Hello my lovely Sagittarians, welcome to your April 2020 reading. Hope this finds you well. Stay healthy, stay well, keep your distance, but still have a sense of community. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Sagittarians. It's a reading for Sagittarius Sun, rising and moon sign. Also listen to your rising sign and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. Alternatively, listen to all of them because it will give you added depth and detail to your reading. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Sagittarians. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can follow the link below to my website and book a private reading from there that will be specific to you. Thank you to all my lovely subscribers and my new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting on my channel. I really appreciate your support. If you'd like to book a private reading, follow the link below to my website. Don't forget that. Okay, so let's have a look here. I feel like you're coming, Sagittarius, you're coming from a place of, and timing's going to be different for all of you. So sometimes you listen to past months' readings and they resonate for you now. So because your natal charts are all different. So bear that in mind too. Maybe listen to some past readings and see if they resonate for you. You've been through a period of self-reflection, I want to say. You've been through a time where you've really looked at why are things not falling into place, a self-reflection of what am I doing, how am I doing it, how can I do it better. So there's been a time of self-reflection, a time of reassessment, a time of standing back and looking at things from a different perspective, looking at things from a distance, looking at things that are unfolding for you in a different way, which is good. It's you know, it's good, that sort of self-reflection, and that's growth. That's growth, and I like that. That's really good. So let's have a look at April, and you know what you've got here. First up, what's around you is the Six of Wands, and so the Wands, of course, is your suit, but it's also you're feeling really good about where you're at, what you've completed, maybe what you've reassessed, and the changes that you've brought in and changes that you've made. But there is success around you, and a lot of you are going to be feeling that. A lot of you are going to be feeling on top of the world. A lot of you are going to be feeling like you've done well. There's rewards coming for you, so there's acknowledgement of your success by others that are important in the scheme of things. It could be at work, a project that you've done well. There could be a promotion or a pay rise coming for you here in the month of April. There's some sort of acknowledgement for something that you've done well, some award or reward or promotion, expansion of your business, but it is acknowledged, it is noted by other people. So it's not just you feeling good about yourself, it's about having that recognition by your peers, by people around you, by your bosses, by whoever that is for you. So that's absolutely fabulous. It's success that you've well earned, because it's not something that's come easily. There has been it has been you've worked hard at it. There have been issues, there have been things that have come up. It's been quite a journey for you to get the acknowledgement that you need. And so it's about persevering with that. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. It's about continuing that, that hard work, that effort, that extra hours, going that extra mile. It's just worth the results, because you will get recognition for it. But it's also all the difficulties that you've had to overcome. It's not about taking that burden with you moving forward. Acknowledge that those things have been put in place to help you grow, but take what you've learned. Don't take all the baggage with you as well. That's something to bear in mind for the month of October for you. You've also got the Seven of Wands. So many wands. So this is your suit. It's passion, it's fire, it's enthusiasm, it's life's purpose. And so it's about, okay, so you've had these challenges, and good on you. You've had these challenges and you've grown by them. There's a door open in the background here, and it's about, okay, well, they're all the lessons that I've had. They're all the challenges that I've overcome. They're all the things that I've overcome in my life in the last year, whatever it is for you. And he's carrying one wand, and that is, this is the wisdom I've gained. This is the purpose I've gained. This is the acknowledgement of my life's purpose. This is the acknowledgement of what I'm meant to be doing. And this is the wisdom that I've gained, and taking that with you, taking the action to actually move on from the difficult times that you've had and move into a different stage, taking with you the wisdom that you've gained. So there's going to be that recognition of the efforts you've put in, of the struggles you've had, but they're going to see you in a position of success. You are going to be recognized and acknowledged for the efforts that you've put in. So there's forward movement here. There's forward movement. You've also got the Queen of Wands here. And this can represent you, male or female. It's about coming into your own strength, coming into your own determination, understanding what path you're on, understanding what purpose you have, understanding what projects you want to complete, what things you want to put in place, what business do you want to start, what expansion do you want to make, what promotion do you want to go for, and being really confident in, okay, I'm going to achieve this, so don't mess with me. I feel really confident about it, and be really protective of how far you've come and where you've come, and that confidence is going to see you move ahead as well. Because it's that confidence that people are going to see. It's that strength that people are going to see. It's not to mess about with you. This is it. This real determination, this real lighting of the torch, this real forward movement. So there's a huge amount of forward movement for you in April. There's an acknowledgement of all that you've done, all that you've overcome, to channel that into your life's purpose, your path, your dreams, the putting in place things, processes, plans, finances, for you to have that forward movement, for you to progress to that next point in your journey, in your life. Because what that's going to lead to is the Page of Wands. So many wands. It's just so telling. The Page of Wands is on a checkerboard. Fruit trees in the background, bearing fruit. And so you've done all that. And as I said, it's now time for you to start planning your next step, planning your next chapter, planning where you're going to be moving from here. What are you going to put in place to achieve your goals, to achieve what you want to achieve, to expand on that recognition that you've been receiving. So there's planning here. But in April, any plans you make are going to bear fruit, so to speak, are going to bear fruit, are going to bring you the rewards that you're seeking, so your efforts are well worth it. When you plant anything, you've got to prepare the soil, you've got to nourish the soil, and then you've got to look after it to ensure that it grows disease-free and it's as perfect as possible. And that's what you're planning. That's your next stage of planning where you're going, what you're doing, what changes you're bringing into your life. A lot of planning happening, a lot of planning coming up for you in April. And when you do that, when you are very clear about that, about where you're headed and what you want to achieve and the goals you want to set yourself, things are going to start falling into place very, very quickly for you. You really need to speak your truth. You need to speak what you want to say. There's words here that are unspoken that need to be spoken, that need to be clarified. Communication needs to be improved on. Communication is going to play a really important part in the changes that are going to come in for you, which are going to be very, very swift. So you need to be prepared for that. It's not a time for holding back. It's not a time for not saying what you want and how you want to proceed. It's really about speaking your truth here in order for things to evolve for you, to come to fruition for you. So the next card you've got here is the Nine of Pentacles. And I like this card because this is you getting to a place where you've achieved it. You've achieved what you want. You are creating the lifestyle that you want, that you have planned for, so that you do get there. You do achieve that. And towards the end of April, you're going to actually start seeing some things fall into place. You're going to get acknowledgement of that. But I feel like this is the beginning of those things coming into your life. And then it's just going like a snowball going down the mountain. It's going to pick up momentum and get bigger and bigger as it goes, as it rolls down. It's all your wishes are fulfilled. The lifestyle you want to create, the financial stability you want to have, the beauty that you want to surround yourself, your whole life is going to really start to change and start to move forward because there's some financial gain here for you in April. There's some sort of financial improvement here in April for you. The Eight of Pentacles is the next card. So it's financial gain, but it's through efforts, it's through work, and there is going to be work for you. You're going to be burning the midnight oil. You are going to be working a lot, but it's going to give you the financial rewards that you're seeking. So work it's going to be equal and proportional to your efforts. So effort is going to equal financial reward. If you don't put in the effort, you're not going to get as much. So the more effort you put in, the more rewards you're going to get. But there's some sort of burst, there's some sort of injection, there's some sort of expansion. If you're working for yourself, there's some sort of expansion here in your business. If you're working for someone else, there is a promotion or working overtime, longer hours, but that's going to also bring in more money. So there's nothing to fear here because there is financial improvement here, but it's not something that's going to fall into your lap. It's not something that you're gifted. It's something that you work for. So you're working for this. So your efforts are rewarded financially in April. You're going to start seeing improvements there. This is an interesting card. You've got the Seven of Swords here. And this is about deception, but it's about self-deception. So it's about being truthful to yourself. And maybe that's got to do with the spoken word, with you speaking your truth and not watering it down because somebody doesn't want to hear it, but really voicing what it is you want rather than burying it and thinking, oh, well, it's not really important to me, when it is important to you. It is important to you to stand up and speak about what it is you want and what you want to achieve and the direction you want to go in. Okay, it's also for some of you being mindful that not everyone around you has your best interests at heart. There's someone there that's going to speak with a forked tongue, so to speak. Okay, they're not going to be telling you the truth, the whole truth. They might be giving you partial truths, but it's about you reading between the lines. It's about you not taking things at face value towards the end of April. For some of you, it'll be the beginning of April. So let's say April. Don't take things at face value in April. People that are going to be giving you advice, there may be some sort of self-serving happening there. So be mindful of that. Really, at the end of the end result is follow your own truth. Follow what you want. Take what people are saying with a grain of salt. I feel like for some of you, someone might be coming up asking for a loan or asking to borrow some money. Be mindful of that. If you're going to lend any money to anyone, don't expect to have it returned. If you're going to give it to anyone, then give it to them, because I don't think it's going to be repaid. So be mindful of anyone coming seeking a loan or some money from you. It could be a child, it could be a relative, it could be a friend. Just be mindful of that, because there's some sort of, it's not quite right. It's not quite working for me there. It's not quite coming together. So that's an interesting month for you. I'm going to give you an added spread, 4-card spread, using these wonderful cards. I love these cards. They're great. They're a bit of fun, but they're very informative. So let's see what else is happening in April for you. Oh, that one's jumped out. Oh, there's 2 there, so we'll use those 2. Okay, 4-card spread for you, and see what's happening in April. What's happening in April? Okay, so, okay, interesting. You see, this reinforces the deception. It gives you a little bit more information. This is the Devil card, and it's about being mindful of people speaking with a forked tongue, being mindful that you're making choices and decisions that are right for you, that you're not being influenced by somebody else, that you're honoring yourself, that you're not taking an impassive role in decisions that you're needing to make, that you're not allowing others to carry you away with them to make choices that suit them. So ask yourself, why are you making those choices and decisions? Are you honoring yourself? Are you being truthful to yourself? Or are you pleasing others or someone else? And, you know, it's also about you. Are you making the choices that you're making for the right reasons? Just be aware of that as well. That's the Devil card. That's the card of temptation. Are you taking shortcuts? Are you making decisions that are easy for you? Or are you making choices and decisions that might take a bit more work but are going to give you the results that you're seeking? So that's going to be really important. You've got the Knight of Cups. Fabulous here, isn't it? It's just about going along for the ride. This is the Cups is about the abstract, the emotions, the internet, the communication over wires. It's about communication, messages coming to you, messages over distances, using the internet or emails, with messages coming to you from a distance, or you taking the initiative to communicate with someone at a distance, someone overseas. And if you're in self-isolation, then it's possible that you're using the internet to communicate with loved ones, to communicate with family, to communicate with people outside of your isolation, outside of where you are. So that's going to play an important part in April. Okay, then you've got the 9 of Wands. I love this. The 9 of Wands, the chameleon. Be aware of hidden things. Be aware of things that are camouflaged. Read between the lines. Be aware of what's going on behind the scenes. See, this is again is this sort of the more detail on the deception card. You know, you may not be aware of what's lurking in the background because it's camouflaged. Are people speaking the truth to you? Are people being truthful to you? Is everything on cards on the table, so to speak? Everything clear, everything above board. There's some sort of camouflage, there's some sort of secrecy here that you're going to need to have your wits about you and be mindful to uncover, because you're going to be happily going along in life, but on the wall there, this is camouflaged, you know. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. That forewarned is forearmed, my lovely Sagittarians. Okay, and that could be people speaking behind your back, putting things in place, or trying to convince you to do something that you don't want to do, or convincing you that what you want to do isn't quite right. So be aware of that. Then you've got the 10 of Pentacles, and it's about breaking the barriers. Breaking the barriers. Don't go round and round and round on the merry-go-round, but break free. It's about being able to break free. You have arrived. You can now go on your journey. You've done the mundane. You've done the routine, and it's now you're breaking free. And there is those financial rewards. There is that abundance. There is that completion of that journey, that mundane. Now you can do things differently, and that you're going to reap rewards from doing things differently. which is going to be really beneficial for you. So that's a fabulous card, isn't it? You know, instead of the getting on that treadmill of life, going to work, coming home, paying bills, it's now an opportunity to break free from that. But there's ideas there that are going to reap financial rewards for you that are going to come your way, which has also come through in other cards, the other spread as well. So exciting times. Time to look at things differently without being persuaded by others. So be mindful of that. Not everyone has your best interest at heart. Sagittarius, now I'm going to give you a reading from my Psychic Tarot for the heart. Let's see what it has to say for you for the month of April. What is in store for you? Aha! I love it. Moving on. It's a card of moving on. Moving on, emotionally balanced. It's time to reassess, it's time to bring in changes, and it's time to do things differently. It's time to move on from the mundane, from the merry-go-round, get off the merry-go-round. Time to look at doing things differently. Time to bring in changes. It's time to move on from whatever it is you're moving on in life, whatever it is you've had enough of, by speaking your truth, by moving forward. Always moving forward. Embrace the change. Whatever whatever form that change takes, and whatever causes that change. But there, you know, we are in a time of change, aren't we? Changing times that we're in. Be very, very interesting to see how we come out of this and what changes are put in place. Then we've got the Angels of Abundance. Let's see what your mantra, your affirmation is for the month. Let's see what card is thrown out for you. Let's see what card is thrown out for you. Okay, there's two, so I'll give you two. You've got Dreams of Abundance. Dreams of Abundance. Let's see what it says. As you sleep, God, universe, source, the angels, whatever you want to call it, and your higher self are giving you divinely guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a journal because they contain valuable insights that will help you manifest your desires into reality. It's also your inspirational thoughts as well. What thoughts do you have? What plans do you have? The second one you've got is Windfall of Abundance. So it's all about abundance for you this month. It's all about abundance. An increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving and know that this abundance comes to you to support your life purpose, health, and charitable work. Fabulous. So that's quite an exciting month for you. Quite an exciting month for you. So I wish you health above all, happiness. Stay safe, travel within, use this time of isolation to travel within and process and rediscover the self. If you would like to book a private reading, follow the link below to my website and you can book a reading from there. I wish you many blessings for the month of April. Take care, be safe.